What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Wednesday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Connie, and welcome back after a sort of off day yesterday. If you're in the Discord, it was a good day. It was a 2-0-1 day, rebounding from a 1-1-1 Monday. Coming off last week, where it was the first losing week I've had in a long time, but I think it was 1 or 2 units, I think, last week. So nothing really. The side bets didn't do so well in the player props and all that, but it's funny how quickly it turns around. So Monday night we had football. We went 1-1-1. I wasn't too happy about that. So yesterday I popped in the Discord. I said, here are my 3 plays for today. Let's go ahead and make them official. We had the Dallas Wings -6 in the WNBA playoffs against Atlanta. They won by 30. We had the Texas Rangers on the run line. They won by 2, so that cashed. And then we had the Rays and the Angels. It was a push, and man, there were 5 runs in the 8th inning to get that total to 6-2 to be a push over 8. So a little bit lucky there, but how quickly that turns around is it's immediately a 2. Well, because the Rangers were plus 136. So that was like a 2.36 unit win of a day, which is awesome. 2 bets for you today. I don't love the Major League Baseball card. It's kind of one of those weird, don't really love the pitching matchups and that sort of thing. Don't want to push it. I might have a bet later on in the Discord, but we're going to start in the WNBA, and we're going to start with the Connecticut Sun and the Minnesota Lynx. So round 1 of the WNBA playoffs is a best of 3. Okay. It is currently tied 1-1 between 27-13 Connecticut and 19-21 Minnesota during the regular season. The line right now, you can get Connecticut, one of the best teams in the WNBA. Yes, they're on the road, but they're only 4.5-point favorites here at Minnesota. Obviously, they lost their last game. It was an 82-75 win for Minnesota. But when you look at when these two teams play and what the wins have looked like, first of all, it's overwhelmingly Connecticut. But you have Connecticut, who won game 1 by 30. And then when you look at the regular season this year, they played 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Connecticut won by 10. They lost. They won by 21, and they won by 11. So when Connecticut is beating Minnesota, they are beating them by well more than 4.5 points. And you also look at Connecticut's previous 10 games. They're 4-0 ATS in their last 4 games following a loss, so they have rebounded very, very well. They're also 15-5-1 ATS playing on 2 days rest. Then with the Lynx on 2 days rest, they are 1-5 ATS playing on 2 days rest. There's been playing a lot of under games because, again, it's the WNBA playoffs. Connecticut is the better basketball team here, and I don't think anything's going to change that. I think they can win this game even though it's on the road in a bit of a rout. I would put this at maybe 7.5 or even 8. I would maybe want to think about it a little bit more, but give me the Connecticut Sun here, -4.5. That's -110 at BetMGM. And then the other game I like today is the Cleveland Guardians against Zach Greinke and the Kansas City Royals. So the Guardians come into this 77-74 on the run line, and you have Kansas City, who is 62-89 on the run line. Absolutely atrocious. Taking the Cleveland Guardians here and to try another run line bet, try another plus money bet. It is plus 122. That is at Bet Rivers. Like I mentioned, Zach Greinke, he is 1-15 this season. And he's not even really throwing that many innings anymore lately. This is probably the end of the road for Zach Greinke. He's coming off 2 innings where he pitched against the Houston Astros. He struck out 1, gave up 3 hits, but he only went 2. Before that, against Pittsburgh, he went 4 2/3. Went 4 innings against Philadelphia. So he's only averaging 4 innings over his last 5 starts. And then you've got Lucas Giolito, who came over at the trade deadline, was supposed to bolster. Well, he came over as a waiver ad when Cleveland was still sort of trying to go for it a little bit. And it was a rocky start. He lost 20-6 against the Minnesota Twins in his first start for the Guardians. He went 3 innings and gave up 9. But since then, he's been okay. He went 7 innings against the Angels. He gave up 4, but he struck out 9. And his last time out was against the Texas Rangers, very good baseball team, where he went 7 strong innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, and 12 strikeouts. Once again, Kansas City absolutely atrocious on the run line. And they've won the first 2 games of this series. They've beat Cleveland 6-4 and 7-6. This is game 3. And I think the Cleveland Guardians are going to get it right. I know Cleveland's not the greatest this year. They're only 72-80, but Kansas City is 50-102. They're 52 games under 500, and they've won the first 2 games of this series. So I have to go back and think that Cleveland is going to get it right here, win the 3rd game of this set, and I'm going to take that on the run line. So give me Cleveland -1.5 for +112. That's it. Bit of a short video today. Once again, the Discord is linked in the description below, where I might add some plays later on in the day. It's Wednesday, which means tomorrow we're right back to NFL Thursday Night Football, which is always exciting. So follow me across all my social media channels. Once again, your bets are Connecticut -4.5 for -110 at BetMGM, and the Cleveland Guardians -1.5 for +112 at BetRivers. Your audio is available on Apple and on Spotify. Let's have a great Wednesday, and let's talk sports.